Welcome everybody to practice 3 for the 2026 Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got the final practice before we get on into one of the best qualifyings of the year. Now, I wasn't live yesterday for practice 1 and 2. Very rare occasion that I'm not live for either practice session. Unless I'm at a Grand Prix. So this is my first practice session of the weekend. So let's try to get acclimatized of everything that's been happening. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, this is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timing down the bottom left. You can stick it up with it, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type it. So if you watch on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. We're live every Grand Prix weekend for every single session. So stick around today for quali, and we've got the race tomorrow. We've also got the F2 sprint race today. So yeah, plenty happening. Now I cannot show the broadcast live as it is obviously copyrighted, so find a place where you can sync it up with myself and the rest of chat and watching the session together. Yeah, so obviously a lot to talk about. Wasn't live on Thursday for my preview, wasn't live yesterday for practice 1 and 2. Yeah, wasn't able to go live. I spoke about it at the start of the stream. Basically just had a situation which anyways, weren't live yesterday. And now I feel out of the weekend. But I feel like I'm slowly figuring out everything that happened. So, Aston Martin, new parts on the car. Oh yeah, need to get predictions up. That's what I was doing. New parts on the car. Who will finish? Yeah, alright, predictions up for practice 3. Get each other points in. Aston Martin, new upgrade. The upgrade they've all been waiting for. Upgrade to the entire car. And they look okay. I mean, at least from the times in practice 1 and 2, it looks like they're back in the mix. Obviously, they're not, like, going to be fighting for points, I don't think, yet. But at least they're not 4 seconds off the pace. Stroll obviously broke his suspension. Well, his suspension broke. It's not his fault in practice 1. Wasn't able to participate in practice 2, so they should have both cars out on track today. McLaren have brought the Macarena wing, which is nice to see. What other upgrades have we got? What other changes have we got? The track now has new corner names. That's a load of crap. All the corners being named after drivers. A bit boring in my opinion. Come up with some better names. What other bits of news have we got? I think that's about it. It's been a pretty mellow week. Well, again, I haven't really been up to date with everything because I haven't been live. But as far as I'm aware, it's been a pretty mellow week in terms of news and stuff. I think that's just typical when you come to tracks like Hungary, which the countries aren't really big enough to have marketing opportunities. They're not really that special of a Grand Prix. We're kind of coming to the summer break, so people kind of wait to bring upgrades until after the summer break. So there's not really much happening this weekend. But I think we're going to have a very mixed up quali and a very mixed up race. Thinking of you, Biscuit. Little sticker there on the rear wing of the Aston Martin for summer. Yeah, I think qualifying is going to be very interesting. I think Ferrari are going to be very much the favorite for pole, which is good, not the typical Mercedes dominance. And then the race is also going to be good because I think it's obviously a low speed track, which means we're going to actually harvest the battery and we should have good racing. Midas, what's up, dude, above the stream? Hamilton winning trust. I believe it. I believe it. How's it going, Poison Ferrari? David Bossel and Poison Ferrari. There goes the follows. Okay, what I missed in chat while we wait for everyone to come out of the garage because everyone decided to just sit in the fucking garage, bro. What was he up to? Wait, when did he go Ponden? I pooed this morning, guys, so you shouldn't need to go poo again. Although we will whip out the juice soon, and we got a protein drink right now, so you know, it will probably brew. And I had a burger last night. So it's probably brewing, it's probably brewing. F-Poo 2 is probably brewing right now. Shit, you just broke your finger or something? How the hell did you manage that? I don't believe that at all. No way it's a software bug. I think they found something, but it's the excuse here. Yeah, true. Go nap, dog. I don't need a nap. Sleep is good now. I'm not gonna lie, I did wake up at 6:30 this morning. My plan was to go to the gym. I got 7 hours sleep, but it was just a very interrupted sleep. There was pigeons outside. I just couldn't sleep. So I woke up, I ate, I did my thumbnail for today, and then I went back to sleep for an hour, and I feel really good. I just need to get back into the swing of things with the gym. Oh, positive news. Sorry, I've got to talk about the start of the stream. Positive news. I got tickets for High Rocks in December. I'm fucking gassed. People who don't know what a High Rocks is, it's kind of like a new fitness thing, competition. That people sign up for, so you know how like everyone's like, oh, I do a marathon or I'm training for a marathon. High Rocks is kind of like the new one. It's sponsored by Red Bull, which is great as well. But that's besides the point. But yeah, it's on my bucket list of I want to do a High Rocks, and it's coming to London in December. It's the week of Abu Dhabi, but I got a ticket for the Wednesday, so it doesn't clash with anything. I literally messaged Eldas. I messaged Eldas literally 30 minutes before tickets went live, and I was like, very last minute, but any chance you want to do High Rocks doubles? And he's like, fuck yeah. So me and Eldas are doing a High Rocks together. Both of us never done one, but everyone always says if you do a High Rocks, do it with do doubles to begin with, because it's way better to do it with someone. It makes the load easier. It's better to train with someone, and it's a bit less nerve-wracking when you've got someone to do it with. But yeah, basically a High Rocks is you do 8 1-kilometer runs, and you do 8 fitness activities, and so it's like run activity, run activity, run activity, and then like you get timed, and you do it with against a bunch of different people. And it's like a marathon. Like it's not, I mean, it is a competition, like who can finish first, but it's more like improving your time every time you do it, and it's like giving you something to train for. So I'm fucking excited. I don't know how I got a ticket. High Rocks are so like hyped or overhyped that they always sell out, but I somehow got a ticket. I was in queue. I was like one of the first people in queue as well, so I got pretty lucky. So I got something to look forward to in December. Let's go. So at least we got some good news lately. We got many F1 Manager players in chat. I think a lot of us used to play F1 Manager. I don't know if we play F1 Manager much anymore. You said it wasn't to do with the upgrade though. Yeah, it's just very, very unlucky, man. Wassa has 9. Wassa has 9 sessions? No way. Senna 13. Wait, is Senna actually turned 13? There's no way. No, no one but commentators are using these names. I don't even think commentators will. Whoa, why is he going on the grass? And Russell goes on driving center corner. And Russell crashes in Hamilton. Like, you have to say Hamilton corner. You know what I mean? For the drivers who are still on the grid. There are rumors that Oscar didn't have the new floor yesterday, but will today. Will likely be close to Orlando. Okay, okay. I swear if Hamilton gets a pen this race, I'm done watching F1. Where's the poo? How far along is it? I don't know. It's brewing, man. It's brewing. Got to get Jack for that high. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of training you got to do for it, but I kind of like the idea of hybrid training. I think Merck will show pace this season since James Goat Baldwin did 180 laps on the sim yesterday. Shout out James the Goat Baldwin. Charles, what's up, dude? What a scam. I got the VIP at the end of the stream. Yep. I know you've lost it. Hamilton crashing at Hamilton would be funny. I love FP3, man. FP3 is my favorite session. I love when all the cars come out on track and do laps to make the most of their time. Set your pedal strength to max in your car to get your cars built. Smart, smart. When's Williams bringing their fucking upgrade, bro? They suck. Like, why isn't anyone in their car? Did they not wake up early enough this morning? Are they on Ponden time? What are we doing now? Get in the car, mate. Ocon's still rocking the Spider-Man helmet. When did the Spider-Man come out? It's already out. Why is there a big Ask a Gemini icon on the top of my Google Chrome tab now, bro? You're the only one I need. Typical FP3 at Hungary, probably only a few push laps on new softs. Why is no one in their cars, bro? Williams just lacking. Yeah, Williams have majorly let me down. Like, obviously Aston Martin completely flopped, right? But it's understandable why their situation happened. Should have it happened? No, but it's understandable. Right, they went very aggressive with the aero, and their engine, they switched to a Honda engine supplier. I don't understand how Williams have been this bad. Like, they've got a Mercedes engine, So they're the worst performing Mercedes engine. But then they also sacrificed 25 and 24 to focus on 26. And they still missed the first test, the shakedown. And they're still third worst team on the grid. Like, Cadillac is closing in on them. A new team that has no experience in F1 is closing in on them. What's up, Bibis? Insane Al Williams said they were focused on 26 all last season, basically, yeah. They had heaps of wind tunnel time too, yeah, exactly. Big Al, Big Al. You're the only one I need. What do we think of the new Prosper song? Don't know why it wasn't on their album. Williams is lucky ass about it so bad, otherwise they would be getting all the shit, yeah. Like, get in your car, mate. Wow, cinematic. Fading from Signs to Ferrari, his old home. Alright, we got some cars coming out right now. Stroll, Bottas. I can't remember who I was talking to this about. Oh yeah, I was talking to people at the Tops event. And they were kind of like, oh, F1's been a bit quiet. Someone said the F1's been a bit quiet this year. And I was like, really? I feel like every race this year has been like, there's something to talk about. I think that this and last race have been a bit quiet just because Spa is Spa and Hungary is like, I don't know, I think Hungary is going to be hype. But I think like Silverstone and, whoa, show off track. Silverstone and Austria were meant to be like two really hype Grand Prix. No, what was the other race? No, yeah. Silverstone was meant to be a hype race and it kind of ended up being a bit because of the batteries. And then Spa was boring. So we kind of come off two boring races. So it's Hungary's turn to redeem that. I really don't want to... Can we have a bagger? I don't want to go to the summer break like we did going into the fucking Middle East break where we had an absolute stinker race and just no one gave a fuck about F1 for like a month. You're the only one I need. Yeah, Monza's gonna be lit. So good. Who's Biscuit? Why is everyone thinking them? I'm assuming probably like a member of the team maybe passed away or something, and their nickname was Biscuit. My prediction: Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso. Alonso. Okay, bro. Okay. Guys, I actually feel a poo brewing, I can't lie. I think a lot of people lack interest because of the battery. Yeah. Whoa, that Cadillac sounds weird. Now, low-key though, I used to, I'm being completely honest right now, right? First off, when did Cadillac, I know this happened recently, but why and when did Cadillac decide, actually, we're not going to do the half-half livery anymore. We're just going to rock the full white, which is good because I prefer the full white. I think it actually looks better. I think the half-half is more of like, whoa, that's pretty sick. But the full white looks better as a livery. But why did they decide to change it? Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I used to, like, poo once a day, right? And it just happened to be during a stream, right? And you guys would be like, stop pooing, stop pooing. It's like, bro, chill out, bro. I'm literally doing a poo. Everyone does one poo a day. I just stream a lot, and I have to poo during the stream, right? But lately, it's been bad, man. It's been bad. I'm doing like 2 to 4 poos a day. It's bad. Bro's to poo 10 minutes into a session, the mount. So Stroll didn't even do a time. Nice. That's what I missed yesterday. Yeah. I shat myself till 4 AM. I'm averting my attention to F3 and F2 until 2029. Let's see how 2027 makes a difference. I had a bit too much to drink yesterday and have to poo as well. Bottas P2. Let's go. He's so back. Only 2 seconds off of the pace of Colapinto. It's such a boring session, guys. Talk to me. Poo when you want, bro. Don't hold back. Thanks, man. What is that? No, that emote. No. That emote could perfectly loop. That balloon dog should take a poo, and then that poo should form into another balloon dog. You know what I mean? And then that should do a poo. It should perfectly loop. That's a missed opportunity for a perfectly looped emote. I crave a sprint weekend. Yeah, dude. Sprint weekends slap. Why isn't the big boy teams on track? This is whack. Yeah, I don't know how no one's come out for 30 minutes. It's so dead. I was a very bad lap time from Stroll. You're the only one I need. Oh yeah, I was wondering why it was so cold in my room. I always put my aircon on max while I when I'm not in the room, and I forgot to turn it on, cool it down slightly. What's your predictions? I think Ferrari should dominate this weekend, to be honest. They should. But who knows? My problem is that the season, my work week starts on a Sunday. So if I want to watch it, it has to be a replay, and I have to avoid social media. That's rough. That's rough. Is it like that of all teams kind of wait for others to clear the track surface before they go out? So that's why no one is out. But then my point is just go out. Oh, who's this? Oh, there's a lot of work on his car. Looks like he might not be out for this session. I mean, obviously I understand there's curfew, but like, were we not here early this morning to get this car sorted before the session? All right, Lewis coming out. They should have dominated Monaco too, but Kimi was like a minute faster. Okay, this is ridiculous though. Usually about 5 to 8 minutes it takes for the cars to get out. 15 minutes and we're not even got half the grid out. Yeah, it's crazy. Ferrari, I swear y'all bottled the start. I'm firing the whole team. Yeah, but they don't want to waste tires, I think, on a dirty track. I guess. I don't know. I feel like Pirelli need to give the teams like one extra tire because it's always like, oh, we're one tire short. We'll give them all one tire then. You shouldn't be having to manage your tires in practice. I'm going to have the predictions in a second, guys. Who will finish first in practice 3? Get your channel points in. I'm going to end in a moment before all the cars come out. Malaysian Prime Minister is going to make an announcement about F1 on Sunday. But I swear Sepang trolling. What does he mean he's going to make an announcement? I bet you it's going to be like, we want to host F1. F1, let us host. That'd be sick, bro. If F1 goes back to Malaysia. They're trying to start slowly for you, then you get back into things slowly. It's cat. So I mean, how many times have Sepang trolled that they're back? Let me ask my Malaysian insider real quick. You're the only one I need. Alright, I asked my Malaysian insiders. They'll get back to me shortly. Excited about Madrid? Yeah, it's always exciting when a new track's on the calendar. I've been to Madrid. Madrid's a pretty nice city. It's nothing too crazy though. Like I feel like we've come off of Vegas, which is like, bro, crazy city, crazy track. Saudi, crazy track. Miami, very vibey city, and then it's kind of like Madrid. It's like, don't be wrong, Spain's a huge market, but like, it's not a Vegas, it's not a Miami, and it's not a circuit like Jeddah. In saying that, I love driving the track on the game. So it should be fun. I think it should be fun track to drive in real life. But the Grand Prix would be bigger than the country. If it does happen, then it will take Bahrain's spot. It'll be Baku, Sepang, Singapore. That'd be good. I don't know if they can turn that around that quick, though, if I'm being honest. Malaysia coming back would be great. Yeah, Malaysia's probably the greatest, in my opinion, my favorite looking track. Again, I didn't watch F1 when Sepang was on the calendar. I haven't really driven Sepang. But from what I can see from, like, onboards and track maps, Sepang looks like one of the best F1 tracks that isn't on the calendar anymore. I'd probably say, actually, Hockenheim's probably number one, and then Sepang. Sure, definitely crashed in Madrid, that one turn where everyone crashes in the game. The Pope is set to announce the Vatican GP. Imagine. They'll just use that tie and do it anyway. Don't see it happening, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know how this has come out of nowhere. I was seeing all the cars of the circle for half a season. Which team is your favorite livery? I was literally saying this yesterday to Hannah while we were watching practice. I actually love the Ferrari livery, man. Like, it's not my favorite. Red Bull's my favorite. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Red Bull fan. That Red Bull livery is generational. And I've seen it in real life now. And it is so fucking good. That pearlescent blue. And then when you get up to it, close to it, it's got the little details. But far away, you can't see the details. Like, oh, it's just perfect. So Red Bull's my favorite. But Ferrari is so nice. I really love the Ferrari livery. The glossy red. The way it works on the livery, I really like it. The only thing I don't like about the Ferrari livery is the onboard. How white it is onboard. But yeah, I don't know why Hockenheim went. It was so good. I don't think Germany wanted to back a Grand Prix, spend the money for a Grand Prix anymore, and Hockenheim ran out of money. So the final year that Hockenheim ran, Mercedes basically paid for it to run. All right, guys, I'm adding chatter points. All right, how far is Lando going to go up on Piastri? 8/10. Wowzer. I've got a tear off stuck in my rear wing, says Lewis. Nice to see the Macarena wing back of the Red Bull. Hopefully no more issues. It definitely looks, at least at that one closing just then, it definitely looks sharper. It used to kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It used to like be weird before. Oh, the timing's actually broken. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Oh, yellow flag. Who's this? How you guys so far ahead, bro? I'm actually so sick of people being ahead of me. Oh, Paris, stop. GM reliability. Oh, no. Rear brakes on fire. Yikes, dog. Oh, that'll be a red flag, I'm sure. Why are you guys ahead, bro? Sync on up with me, man. I'm sick of it. I'm actually sick of it. You're the only one I need. That Cadillac is nice, though. If it does happen, then we whatever that is triple. Out of Malaysia comes back would be great. That long bank corner would look so fun. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the India track? I like India as a track. I would like for India to come back. I know they're working towards it, but India's government's being really weird. What happened to the Vietnam GP? The dude who owned it or ran it got arrested for corruption or some shit. Kim said he thinks between Baku and Singapore will be Sepang, and for the race will be Portimao's final. That would be great, man. I'd really like to get 2 more tracks back on the calendar because, you know, obviously as a content creator, more races better. So Checo's obviously realized his brakes were on fire and then he's pulled over. Whoa. Whoa, they're just completely gone. That's crazy. Oh, I lost the engine. Oh, the engine stuck the brakes on? Is that what I've just... Is that what I assume just happened? Honey, they really followed. Oh, and Alonso's been blocked by... Oh! Well, Alonso's not on a push lap. I think that's Alonso's fault. Why is he trying to overtake, dude? Imagine the Astons crashed in practice. All their new upgrades? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Why is the Macarena wing a better option to conventional wing? Is it generating lift? So the Macarena wing, it closes later, so it means you get more air through the rear wing for longer. But also you get more air through the wing because it's inverted. And a build quality strikes again. I don't think otherwise chat spoils it for me. We're like 10 seconds ahead of me. You're always ahead of me, so enjoy how it feels. Couldn't F1 sneak in a race at the Nürburgring to replace Bahrain? I could do. You're definitely a little behind today. Normally, I have to lower my multi-viewer delay. No, I've for the last like 4 races, I see things in chat before I see them on screen, which has never happened to me for years. Cadillac doesn't even sound like a team that beyond in F1. Wait, what? I belong in F1? How are you today? I'm doing good, honey. How are you? I left for like 10 minutes. What happened? Cadillac died. You're the only one I need. I just wish people in chat waited till the streamer said something. I agree, man. I agree. Like, I don't know. It's been really annoying lately. I have to basically like fake my reactions a little bit. Like someone types yellow flag, and then I don't see it, and then I'm like, oh, yellow flag, and then someone's like, oh, Perez, and then I have to be like, oh, it's Perez, and it's like, don't be wrong. I could just react to chat like, wait, Perez has stopped. Perez has stopped. But like, I don't know. I don't want to react to chat. I want to react to what's on my screen. Are the only one I need. Whoa. The paddock's crazy. Oh, yeah, they redid the paddock and the building last year, didn't they? Did you get trolled by chat? We can't be trusted. Wait, what do you mean you get trolled by chat? When I messed with the red flag, Perez broke down. Back out. Well, resumes in 1 minute. Don't Matt, No, and Tommy have a sync clock before a session? Wait, what do you mean by a sync clock? I've literally got a clock on my screen. You're the only one I need. They just sing the intro. Yeah, race is hard to sync up. But quality and practice is no excuses because there's a literal freaking timer on the screen, bro. Best way to sync up with me for the race is pause as soon as lights go out and then unpause when I go lights out. You're the only one I need. What was I going to do? Can you just sort out the issues, man? Yeah, they got a lot of reliability problems. But hey, it's their first year. It's first year. Do you think saving up for tattoo points thing? Wait, what? Well, that's actually be fighting Cadillac this weekend. I think so. I mean, they're both ahead of Cadillac at the moment. Woke up at 3:30 AM just to not see Merc doing anything. That's good. We don't want Merc to do anything. Oh yeah, Cadillac's been great, man. They've actually been improving gradually. I feel like other teams have been like, oh, they bring upgrades and then they don't do anything. And then they bring upgrades and then they don't do anything. I feel like Cadillac's getting better almost every race. You're the only one I need. If Norris retires, Ponden need to go to Only Vix Live and say how your race is going. Nah, man, I don't. I'm not mean like that. You know what I mean? I want that done to me. What's up, Divvy? I want to finally buy out Haas so they could actually have a budget. I don't know what's happening with Haas. They were good at the end of last Yeah. I know I've started to just be weird again. Is Williams running a new blue? I think I like it more. Don't think so. Maybe it just looks different on the camera. Like on the camera. My feed is 12 seconds behind me on the clock, so I'm even worse shape. Oof. Well, again, you have got YouTube where you can pause if you don't have Twitch, if you can't pause on Twitch. Do you watch the Chris videos? Of course I do, man. Every race I watch, see what of mine made the vids. You're the only one I need. If Hadrian's there, imagine Max. True. But I don't think these are the max times right now. I also saw smoke coming out the front left of Russell's tire. Speaking of Max, here he is. Rocking his special Europe helmet that he's wearing for Belgium, Hungary, and Austria, Belgium, and Hungary. Is he gonna have a special helmet for Zambor? Yeah, I think that's why he didn't rock this helmet for Zambor, is because he's gonna have another special helmet just for Zambor. $19 cars on track now. Nice. Apparently, Malaysia GP will be held on 4th of October. So what is that in between Baku and Singapore? You're the only one I need. Yeah. Nice. Because I got nothing planned on that weekend. I haven't had to scroll much through Twitter and stuff, so. Ow. Imolas emerges as a late contender to potentially host an F1 race at the end of 2026 in the event of further cancellations of the circuit. Currently on the calendar, there's even a possibility that Imola could host the season finale. Universities are now doing a Bachelor of Arts in Content Creation. Bro, why are we teaching people things that don't need to be taught? Like, you don't need a degree to do content creation. You need to just do it and build up your portfolio. Like, I personally think degree in art is bullshit as well. What do you mean you have a degree in art? Just paint, bro. I don't know, like, you learn how to do videography, and then, you know, that comes into being a content creator. Like, I don't know. In my opinion, like, a degree in content creation, the same as being, like, in being a content creator, is, like, having a degree in playing football. Like, just about if you have a degree, go fucking do it, bro. I understand people want to learn how to be a content creator, but, like, learn. I don't know. I don't know, like, that's whack. So I'm just having to scroll through Twitter, but I'm getting a lot of crap popping up. Do you think Max has got this race this weekend? I don't know if he's got it, but here he goes. Better cross the line. Where's he going to go relative to Ferrari? It's pretty tight, though. Obviously, Hungary's a pretty short track. So we've got 2 tenths separated in the top 5 right now, which is really good. And McLaren really close to Ferrari. Where north to go? P8, best of the rest of the mediums. One minute. Oh, a little snap there. Arvid's still in the garage. Was 310 up? Ocon cooked him. Liberal arts drew a scam. Lots of people putting fries in a bag afterwards. Sport was actually not too bad. Mess just sucked for me. Master's bullshit? What do you mean master's bullshit? I have my degree in clip farming. Gaps are better than yesterday. Looks like we could get a battle, whereas yesterday looked like Ferrari were going to walk it. But I'd still prefer Ferrari to walk it than Mercedes walking it, you know. But I agree, it does look better. Lorenz, what's up, dude? Wow, Hadja just went up to P3. Only 30 milliseconds off of Hamilton. That's a really good lap. All the rookies going off at the same corner. There's only one rookie on track, bro, and that's Lindblad. And he's not even on the track. You're the only one I need. Anyone been watching Tomorrowland in chat? I'm actually so excited to start listening to some of these sets, man. Nice to see Alonso in the mix. Oh, drone cab. The speedy drone cab's back. Nice. It looks like he's flying a lot better today. Wow. We almost hit the fucking board, bro. Am I wrong in thinking he just drove over the track? I thought the drone wasn't allowed to drive over the track. Maybe they're allowing him to now that they trust him more. I think Alonso could actually make it to Q2. Yeah, he's going to be fighting for it for sure. I mean, he's doing well on the mediums right now. Yes, they did well on the hards. Whoa. I was Leclerc going to go P1 by how much? By 4 tenths. Wow. Do you see Fisher set tomorrow, lad? I haven't watched it yet, no. I mean, he did a set last year, so I'm kind of like, probably pretty similar, I guess. I want to watch Odd Mobs. I want to watch Fishers. I want to watch Calvin's. Calvin's first time doing Tomorrowland. Ever. Who else? Probably just anyone. Oh, John's is Merc okay or not there this weekend? Yeah, this is looking good, man, for this weekend. If Merc end up being the 4th best team, this would be big for the championship. This would be really good for the race. I'm 99. It's either his first time at Tomorrowland or his first time since they're being filmed, because there's never, yeah. How many times has Calvin Harris done Tomorrowland? I'm fairly sure it was his first time. Is it his first time or his first time in 15 years? No, yeah, it was his debut. It was his debut. He's never done Tomorrowland before. That's what I mean. I was kind of shocked by that. I don't know why he's never done it. Yeah, the thing they could have F1 cars control a drone remotely with the car. I currently lead the World Drive Championship by 25 points in my F1 25 career, but since it's my only second series, I'm going to pull the clear tweet to him perform terribly in the second half to spice it up. It's so interesting, man, how it's always like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like the 2 Audis, the 2 Haas's, the 2 Alpines, even the 2 Williams, the 2 Astons, the 2 Cadillacs, pretty close. Like everyone's separated by 1 position here other than the Mercs. But yeah, literally everyone on the grid right now is separated by 1 position other than the Mercs. We're getting a Liam time lap on the main straight. Yeah, it's practice though, man. It's practice. We would never get this in quali. There's no grip. Quali gonna be insane. I mean, we'll have F2 and F3, and then we'll have F1, so it should get grippier throughout the day. Can we just need to keep it within track limits? Here's so many deleted yesterday, and a few deleted today already. I think you can't outperform these cars, yeah. It's just down to what the battery can give you, man. Any thoughts on the Malaysia Grand Prix being considered to be added on the calendar? I would love Sepang, man. I would love Sepang. I think it's a load of bullshit at the moment, but I would love to be proven wrong. Antonelli going off track again, saying his floor's poo. And they need to check it. I read they're talking about Tomorrowland Vegas, which sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, they obviously have Tomorrowland Brazil, I think. And then they have Tomorrowland Winter. But yeah, Tomorrowland Belgium will always be the Tomorrowland. As long as they don't sacrifice the main Tomorrowland by putting more time and energy or money into the other Tomorrowlands, I don't mind them having more Tomorrowland festivals. Just like how... Is it EDC? Yeah, just like how EDC, the big one was it EDC Vegas? And now there's like EDC Miami, EDC Thailand, EDC... They just had EDC Europe. EDC New Zealand. Vegas would definitely have to be in the winter unless they want someone to die. If Japan gets added to the calendar, will it be added to the F1 game? Probably not, no. Oh, hell no. I wonder if they'll add Imola to the game if Imola gets added, because that's already like in the files and shit. Wait, isn't Imola... No, Imola's already on F1 2020, so then just update the sponsor board to some shit. Yeah, they won't even need to add it. Although, maybe they just transfer it over to 2026. Antonio's back, but Ferrari hope is gone. Yeah, true. Antonio goes up to P2. Oh, he already is on P2, wasn't he? I want to see Liam on the sauce, man. Sepang is in the files. Nah, Sepang would have not been in the game since what, 2016? Was it? You're the only one I need. $2017. You know what? After this, we'll have a look. Oh, I've just seen the thumbnail for the F3 sprint race highlights. We'll watch that in a minute. We'll watch a Sepang hot lap after this. You're the only one I need. Yo, guys, I remembered I was obsessed with poker. I think it was like 2 years ago. I completely forgot poker existed. I was like watching poker highlights and learning about poker and like playing it, not with money, just playing it online. Like just like for fun. And I was like, bro, how did I forget poker existed? I do that thing where I just like obsess over something and I forget it even exists. Now I'm back on my poker wave, bro. It was the Fern video of talking about corrupt poker tables. Dude, the drone cam is actually so fire. I hate how it almost crashed into that billboard every time though. How's FP3 almost already done? I'm not gonna lie, this has felt like a really long session because of the fucking delay at the start. I love poker. No, poker, bro. But do you follow cycling racing at all? No, cycling's probably one of the sports that I like don't know much at all about. Like I know fucking Neil Armstrong or whatever his name is. And that's it. I couldn't name a single other cyclist. Oh, Tiffany Cromwell. But yeah, I couldn't name a single other cyclist. But like the Tour de France seems so big. Is it Neil Armstrong or Lance Armstrong? One went to the moon and one was a cyclist that cheated. You can change F1 from any year. What would it be? For me, Abu Dhabi Tour. If you could change F1 from any year, what would it be? Wait, what do you mean? Just like anything? Lance. You guys were typing Lance. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Lance. Hi, watching from the pool. Yo, what's up, Bid Harva? Oh, Bestie would love you right now. Two Nepalese viewers in chat. What the fuck? One of them stay on the cam and go around the whole track. I don't think the drone can get around the whole track because of distance. These 20 cars in Baku are going to be interesting. Yeah. How's practice going on babysitting duty and can't watch? It has been going pretty boring. I can't lie. No one really came on track. Everyone's kind of just chilling. The track's kind of not really grippy at all. Pogacar is a friend of Signs and Bamman, I think. Was he a cyclist? Any race that meant, what race from any year would you change? I mean, yeah, I'd change WW21, but I would also want Max to win the championship, so I don't know if I'd change that. Maybe if I could change the race, I would change that race, but get Lewis to pit onto softs, so we had the same ending, but soft v soft would have been sick. Because then there's no excuses for losing at that point. Do you think, okay, question. Do you think if Lewis pit for softs, and then Max stayed out, Max pit for softs, and it was soft v soft, and then they rushed to get the cars out of the way, so they still did the dumb procedure of getting the cars out of the way and everything like that, and Lewis lost fair and square on the fresh softs, do you think Lewis fans would still be freaking out? Because I feel like, yes, their point still stands of like they rushed to get the cars out of the way and they broke the procedure, but if you lost on fresh softs, like, I'm sorry, but like, that's just your fault. Red flag, that race, then one lap shootout. Yeah, Pogacar is a great cyclist. He won the Tour de France 4 times. Wow. Do you think Liam is saving sauce? Yeah, must be. If you look at the Tour de France results over the years, most of them cheated. So many disqualifications. Yeah, that's fucked. That's, I mean, I feel like that whole cheating stuff that happened back in the day with Tour de France just kind of always just like ruined its legitimacy. Like, why would you want to watch if so many people cheated? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I still think Lewis fans would complain because the procedures was dumb, but like the whole reason the point stands with Lewis and Abu Dhabi 21 was because he was at a disadvantage. If there was on equal terms and they rushed to get the cars out of the way to give us a lap of racing, and he just lost fair and square, then I mean, at the end of the day, they just need to improve the safety car procedure. If there's a safety car within the end of the race, you red flag it, so we get an ending. Otherwise, just clean the shit up quicker, bruh. Well, what a surprise. P1 and P2 Mercedes is nowhere now. Everyone is actually surprised. Yeah, how's Anthony gone 210s? I know, but here we go. Norris is cooking now. We're getting some soft runs now. Okay. We're actually getting an interesting qualifying here. You got to see Audi on the stars. Yeah, Audi were looking good in FP1. They kind of fell off in FP2 and now 3 now. Man, Tommy jinxed Ferrari in the pod yesterday. When is Matt not jinxing Ferrari, man? High upon his marshal. IRL stream marshalling all the weekend. Okay, Norris goes up to the top. Yeah, so Mercedes, it's going to be pretty even, I think, between Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren this weekend. And maybe even Max. We'll see where Max goes now on the sauce. Jolien Parva says the final quarter is rank. You worried about Arvin? No, yeah, he's not going to get any runtime here in FP3. Same with Perez. I have a crazy collab question for you. Go. Last time a turn sees the tires overheating. This be a generational qualifier. Yeah, Hungary's always amazing. Because it's the same as like Monaco, but without the walls. Whoa, that's a poo time for Max. 4/10 off, 2 yellows. We still got 12 minutes of practice. This has been a really long session, it feels like. You're the only one I need. Is it the same thing, Monaco without the walls? Wait, London just went P11 on the softs. Nice. So yeah, Aston Martin's definitely in the mix now, which is great. So Aston will be fighting to make it out of Q1 today. Sorry, it's stuck in my head, bro. When I said Fernando will be fighting for Q3, I wasn't joking. Q3? You're tripping. A full stream rebrand. We can include 3D and stuff and make the stream crazy with some graphics for free. Oh, you're talking about yourself. I'm good, man. I'm good. My stream's already as complicated as it is, and it breaks every day. So I have no interest in changing my watch along setup. But I personally think I like my watch along setup the way it looks. You get the live timers, you get the session timer. Everything looks really clean. Everything looks really clean. I would love to add a track map, but I don't know where to add it without blocking me. I could put a track map down here, but I don't know. I don't think you need a track map for a watch along. It would definitely increase my viewership and bringing people to watch who don't have F1. So they have like my commentary and they have the live timings, but yeah, I have no interest. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to like refresh this because I've been using this since 2021, but like it works, man. It looks good. I missed the Chad flag, guys. Is the height thing new? No. It is not. 60 upgrades make Aston fly. Not Q3 would be nice for Alonso. Aston finally locked in. Jesus, Aston will be in the top 10 in Zambia with the new engine and more upgrades. Hopefully, man. I mean, I always said Aston would come back. I just didn't think it would take them this long. So Audi going best of the rest out on the softs. Now, Liam obviously hasn't done a lap on the softs yet. I think he's coming out on the softs now. Yep. You're the only one I need. Oh, R1 lap time deleted. Nice. Track temp is 52? Bro. It's so funny at this point in quality 2 when Anthony suddenly goes 0.5 faster than anyone in Q3 out of nowhere. Yeah, they just turn the engine up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves with Aston until quality. I mean, but you could already see an improvement, right? They were 4 seconds off. They were 2 seconds off of the Cadillac last week. Now they're a second ahead of the Cadillac and 2 seconds off the top guys. And also, you got to remember, this is a low-speed track. We don't know what the Aston's like in high speed yet. What's the first race after this break? Is it Zandvoort or Italy? Poochie man, my rig is out of my control with the elevator being broken, bro. Alright, I'm going to go up to the top by 1/10. You're the... Oh, hydronoid. So the car's undrivable. No worries, Bidava. No worries, no worries. I mean, it's just like a lot of people come in the stream who are just like bots and they're like, do you want graphics? But if you're like genuinely coming in and being like, you want help? That's fine. Troy Lewis is the main favorite for the race. I mean, as Norris just goes up by a 10th. I think, yeah, you know, race pace is very different to quali pace this year. I think this is probably one of the years where it's the biggest difference between sessions. So you might qualify in pole, but you might not have the race pace. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But Norris looks good. The Ferraris look good. Now that Norris has fixed his battery issue, the Racing Bulls versus Audi battle for Q3 is going to be generational. I agree. Actually, it's nice that Q1 isn't going to be predictable anymore if these Astons are where they actually are right now. Low-key, if Aston improves now, people are going to start talking about Williams' bottle job. Yeah. I actually think I might put Williams in my poo team this week. Am I tripping and saying Lando is arguably having a much better season this year compared to last? Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take, to be honest. I mean, I think Lando is way more consistent this year. The inconsistencies in his season come from his car. But yeah, he's consistently beating up Piastri. He's consistently doing really well when his car delivers. But Piastri's 6/10 off. Sorry, not Piastri. Russell 6/10 off. He's behind Piastri. What's happening? And Antonelli? Oh no, he's on an outlap. Maybe they haven't fixed it. Software issues back. I have a general question. How come Audi has such a good start to Formula 1 being a newcomer, but the other team, Cala, is having poor comer? So Audi bought Sauber. So they bought Sauber's facilities, staff, everything. So they basically just took over an already existing F1 team. And all they had to do was replace the logos on the factory. And you know, obviously, you know, they obviously put a lot of money and like changed infrastructure and stuff like that. But like overall, it's still Sauber rebranded to Audi. Whereas Cadillac built their own facilities, had to hire new staff, basically had to start from scratch. It's like the difference between making a new company versus buying a company and like slapping a new logo on it, right? Like, yeah. Like, what's the example? Wasn't Be Real originally Casey Neistat's company? And then, like, they just rebranded. I can't remember. But, like, it's an example. It happens all the time with companies. Companies will buy other companies and slap a new logo on it. And then, like, boom. But, like, all the infrastructure and all the, like, everything already exists. Twitter X. Yeah. I mean, Twitter X is more like a rebrand. But, yeah, it's an example where, like, Twitter just rebranded to X. New logo, new owner. Obviously a lot of changes, but it's still Twitter compared to a new website like, I don't know. Yeah, terrible rebrand. I mean, I would argue Twitter is better and worse now. Like, Twitter is better in the sense that, like, the engagement and, like, the For You page on Twitter. I do think the For You page on Twitter is amazing. Like, if you're in the streaming space, you're going to get streamer clips on your page. If you're in F1, you're going to get F1 stuff. If you're into K-pop, you're going to get K-pop stuff. I think the For You page on Twitter is amazing. But I do think Twitter has lost its sense of, like, not sense of community, but its sense of, like, if I'm following, like, for instance, like, it used to be, like, you'd go on Twitter and you'd, like, I'd follow Call of Duty players and Counter-Strike players and I'd see their tweets and it's like, oh, this COD player ate this for breakfast, or, like, this YouTuber's doing this today, or whatever. Whereas now it's just kind of become, like, it's kind of come like a text version. Well, I mean, obviously there's videos on Twitter as well, but, like, a text version of, like, TikTok, where it's like you scroll and you're just seeing, like, the general F1 stuff or general stuff from random people. Yeah. So again, it's better and worse. It's better if you're, like, it's better in the sense of, like, the algorithm's just, like, better, but it's become worse because anytime, you know, something becomes bigger and broader and whatever, it's just like there's more Twitter fight. I think, like, Twitter could be such a good platform with its For You page if they just made it so, like, replies, if they just slightly toned it back where, like, engagement farming wasn't the main priority, and, like, in replies it wasn't based off of, like, people with ticks and whatever. Like, I don't know. I think they've got a really good base. I think, like, both versions of Twitter were great, but have just, like, just so close to hitting the perfect mark. I think old Twitter for me, I loved because of like, oh, let me know on track. I think old Twitter I really loved because it was like, it felt like I was always up to date with people I followed and like the spaces I was in. But it did really lack like reach of like reaching new people and like finding new people. It was just like, unless I was like, oh, I like this YouTuber, I'm gonna go follow them, you wouldn't really find other stuff. Like it was hard to grow on Twitter. It was hard to find new stuff on Twitter. It was just like a pool of things that you were already seeing. So it was really nice to keep up to date with everyone. So that was kind of the problem. Like it was very like limiting. But now it's really good. You see anything and everything. Like if for me, like I could post a tweet, and if the tweet does well, it reaches so many people. But then you just have this like pool of hate and like weirdos and wow. But that's honestly like that's anything nowadays. Like I've always talked about it. Like the bigger a TV show gets, the worse the fan base gets. The bigger a sport gets, the worse the fan base gets. Because at the end of the day, if 1 in 100 people are idiots, but I would say there's more idiots than 1 in 100. But let's just use that example. If there's 1 in 100 people are idiots, and there's only 100 people in a community, there's just one idiot. But if there's 1 million people, there's thousands of idiots. And that's just the way Twitter works now, where like there's so many idiots, especially on Twitter. The more a tweet is, the more idiots there are on a tweet. I mean, if Twitter just properly clamped down on, if Twitter just probably clamped down on like engagement baiting and fake news and shit, then it'd be a better platform. During World Cup Twitter was so golden, no politics, just funny banter and memes. That's what I mean. Like I love F1 Twitter, but then I go on there and sometimes it gets really bad. But like I would not be up to date with so much of the F1 news if it wasn't for Twitter. I don't go on Twitter anymore, but like I obviously see Twitter through Discord, you know. I just hate how Twitter became a place for something hatred and literally every spare, yeah. Twitter doesn't have the trust of the public anymore. Yeah, exactly. Twitter, in my opinion, has lost the authenticity and trust. I agree. Twitter just filled with bots and hate. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of bots, a lot of engagement, a lot of state logos slapped on stuff. Engagement farming. Alright, guys, that's the end of FP3. We've still got some times coming over the line now. You're the only one I need. Okay, my timings only broke twice that session. I think I might have maybe know what the issue is now with the timings. So when I opened up the timings today, it was like, Windows doesn't trust this platform. So maybe it's something to do with the security or Windows firewall. You're the only one I need. All right, guys, that wraps up FP3. So we got Norris. Let's go for the bottom. So Perez, brakes caught on fire. We had an engine issue which locked his brakes, and then his brakes caught on fire. So only got 1 lap in. Then we got Albon, second last. Sainz, third last. The Williams being beaten by Cadillac and Aston. What is this? Then Bottas. Then Stroll and Alonso. Not as good as they were at one point, but still, they're going to be fighting to make it out of Q1 for the first time this season. Oh, what's happening to Max? Just a big lock up into turn 1. So it looks like the Red Bull's quite undrivable right now. They've got Behrman and Ocon. Neck and neck. And they've got Colapinto beaten by Gasly by 4/10. They've got Lindblad only getting a few laps in there at the end after sitting in the garage the whole session. He ended 8/10 behind Liam. You got Borderline and Hulk neck and neck as normal, and then Liam best of the rest. We've got Hadja and 3/10 off of Max. The Red Bulls behind the front teams. That's not great. They got Russell 5/10 off his teammate. You got Piastri 5/10 off his teammate. You got Leclerc 2/10 off his teammate. You got Antonelli. You got Hamilton. You got Norris. So I think it's gonna be a good fight for pole in quali. One of the best tracks for quali. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, yeah, Red Bull kind of falling off the back of the front teams here after what looked like could have been a decent weekend for them. And, yeah, Norris at the top. No Mercedes on top again, all 3 sessions. Is Williams' new Aston chat? No one will ever be as bad as that Aston ever again. I don't even feel bad for Sainz with the Williams. JV really got on with his words. I mean, sometimes it's just luck, right? Like Aston Martin, like I'm not saying it's unlucky that Aston Martin are bad. It's just like, you would think going to a team with hundreds of millions of dollars and stuff, you would have a good car, but it didn't work out. You know, you'd think Williams would be in a good spot, but no. I mean, maybe Sainz wishes he went to Audi now, but Audi could have been terrible, you know? Like, you never know. To have the 2026 so hard fills me with more hope for quali. Also think we can get someone from a top team out in Q1, Q2 to distract them. Maybe. I mean, it's a short track, so everyone's going to be pretty tight. So if a big dog makes a mistake, they could get knocked out. Ooh, what is that camera? Hey, what is the FPS of that camera? Yeah, maybe Landon can go for a win this weekend. Oh, and he locks up coming on the pits. Pit stop practice. Good stop, lads. Good stop. Is the Malaysia race confirmed now? No, apparently the Prime Minister is going to do something on Sunday, but I don't know why he would announce it, not F1. I'm not ruling out podium for Alonso later in the season. I mean, if they bring good upgrades. I mean, there's a team that knows how to upgrade. Or, like, has the ability to upgrade. It's Aston. With Adrian. But has the Honda fixed their problems? That's my question. Anyways, guys, that wraps up practice 3. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be staying live on Twitch all the way through to qualifying now. So if you watch on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ponden. I'm going to stay alive. Like I said, we're going to do our fantasy. We've got to scroll through Discord and watch some other videos and stuff. So stick around for a bit. But come join us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ponden. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the stream, be sure to follow down below. Or if you are enjoying the stream so far, be sure to follow down below. Okay, let's get on into doing our fantasy. Now, F2 is sprint races shortly. F2 is in 38 minutes. So that is 1:15 p.m. So 1:15. All right. So 38 minutes. So when we come back, it will be no F1 live timings. Does anyone know how many laps it is for F2? They don't put it on the website anymore. I guess we'll figure it out once we get to it. Alright, we got quali in 2 hours, 20 minutes. 1 sec, I need to put my notification out in Discord. Dirty. My mind is dirty. Mind is dirty. Fuck me, bro. No way you guys are putting Fernando in your fantasy. You're tripping. Your mind is dirty. Alright, notification out in Discord. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. You get notified for when you need to do your fantasy and your predict, which we're going to do right now. 28 laps. All right. All right, so this is how my team was looking last week. Do I want to keep the double driver or the double team? I think the double team needs to make its way back again. What do you guys think? I think double team needs to make its way back. So I need to remove these two. Wait, how much money did we gain that week? 0.6, 0.3, 0.6, 0.6, 0.3, 0.1! Okay, so Friday needs to make its way back into the team. And then... Can I afford Hadra and two other drivers? I don't think I can. Oh, I can. What is this song, bro? Mal P, calm down. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Your mind is dirty. What is that song you keep saying? That's the new Prosper and Clooney song. Is it Clooney or Cloney song? It's called Good Girl. Everything's just sexualized these days, isn't it? Low key? Banger team right there. Can I afford Liam? Fuck. It's okay. The problem is it's just it's Audi's reliability that's not great. So I can't afford Liam. It's okay. Is Hadja a shout though? I feel like Hadja's a shout. Hadja's always finishing in the points unless his car blows up. Like, there's no point in doing a Gasly or a Colapinto, right? Like, surely Hadja's a shout. Maybe this week it would be better to do someone instead of Kimmy. Maybe it's better to do Lewis or Lando at 2x, but let's have a look at the timings. Wait, why am I refreshing them? I'm waiting for this one to update. I don't know, I'm happy with this team. I just don't know who to put as the top driver. Maybe Mercedes isn't the play this week. Maybe McLaren's the play. Nah. You gotta keep Merc, bro. Okay, this update, for fuck's sake. What logo is disappearing and coming back? Oh, Heineken. I guess that loads in depending on which country you're from. Put your guys' teams in F1 Fantasy. I want to have a look. A return to Malaysia appears imminent, with Sepang likely to be announced as a replacement for Bahrain GP slot. Confirmation will be soon as this weekend. This is the same guy that said there's huge news coming and then nothing came. Yeah, let me trust this guy. Let me trust this guy, yep. Let me trust you, man. He works at Planet F1. Shut up. Maybe he's right, but he's usually wrong. So I'm not trusting it. I swear, man, it's got to the point, nothing against my fellow my fellow content creators, but I swear, Jack Buzzer or Chris GP or any TikToker, I swear, could make a post being like, breaking, this track's coming to the calendar, and everyone will be like, guys, Jack Buzzer said fucking Sepang's coming back, guys. Source, trust me, bro, guys. Again, nothing against these guys. Like, they're making content, talking about the news. But, like, people just believe any journalist, any TikToker, anyone now. Like, hello? Do you not realize all these people are only saying this because it's a rumor and they want to get engagement? Again, I'm not hating on them. But people believe in them? Like, when I read this, I'm like, damn, that's pretty sick if this ends up being true. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how, like, this, how cool this would be as if Sepang's back on the calendar, blah, blah. But then people are just like, guys, Sepang is back. Sepang is back. Oh my God, huge announcement today. Huge announcement today. It's coming today. It's like, everyone just believes everything, man. Again, this might be true, and I fucking hope it's true. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's not true, because this guy has said so much shit this year that has not come true. Oh, bro, the hydration break thing pissed me off. How are we believing a hydration break is coming to F1? Are we that stupid as a society now? I've read somewhere Imola might return. Yeah, I mean, the rumors Imola, Portimao, and Sepang. Lando's isn't a bad shout either. I predict Kimi P10. Their P3 results are there. Just look at the top of the page. Yeah, true. The fuck? I still want to look at the times though. Yo. Bam 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 bam. Oh yeah, sick. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Norris at the top by 1/10, then Hamilton, then Antonelli. Excuse me. Leclerc, Piastri, Russell. Low key, I feel a Lando win this weekend. Maybe I put Lando on the team. I'm not going to take a point for him either, am I? Nah, because I had him in my team last week. I like this. I like this team. Can I then afford someone better than Hedger? No. I like that. I've now got the two best constructors. I've got a top driver, which is usually going to be Kimi, but this week I think I'm going to switch it out for Lando. And then I can afford Hedger now, which is a great shout. Bro's been farming the points recently. And then we got Bortoletto and Hulkenberg, who look best of the rest this weekend, along with Lindblad. Like, these are the best of the rest drivers. The problem is just reliability on these three. Like, these might be three of the least reliable drivers on the grid, but like... sorry, changed on the grid. But can't really do anything about that. Yeah, I can't afford Liam. So... Why did it say I have Ollie Behrman in my team? Oh, I added Behrman. My bad. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So, like, Audi were best of the rest here, and then VCarb second. Audi were best of the... No, VCarb were best of the rest, and then Audi, and then then VCarb. VCarb, then Audi, sorry, and then VCarb, and then Audi. Like, I'm happy with this team. My question is, maybe it's better to go McLaren this week with Russell being off the pace, but... I don't know. I feel like Russell and Piastri are around the same, and I feel like Norris and Kimi are around the same, so it's may as well just keep the more expensive team. I don't know, man. Like, Ferrari looked like the better team, but Lando's been there in every session. Has he, though? Oh, I don't know. Or am I just going based off of this last session? 17-9. Oh, what do you guys think, bro? Maybe I'm tripping with the Lando. Surely Ferrari's gonna be good here. Leclerc better than Leclerc better than Lewis. Lewis better than Leclerc. Lewis better than Leclerc. I don't know. I feel Lando this week. I might stick to this. I feel Lando. I'm feeling a Lando. Lando's gonna choke on race day, you reckon? How do you have more spending money? I've been getting my budget up. Been getting my budget up, fam. Budget has been going up, fam. What if I, just to try, what if I binned off him and I went, oh, I literally still cannot afford someone. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, it all comes down to reliability a little bit. I'm happy with this though. I think I'm happy with this. What do you guys think? Let's do F1 Predict, because sometimes F1 Predict helps me decide what I want to do. Make your predictions. Predict the podium. I'm going to go Lando. I feel Lando win. I'm going to go Kibby P2. I'm going to go Lewis P3. Yeah. Save, and then we apply the 2x chip there. Who takes pole position? I'm gonna go Lando. Which will Aston Martin get both cars into Q2? Don't think so. Don't think so. Who qualifies highest for the Grand Prix? I think it's gonna be Stroll. Aston Martin were, well, behind Cadillac in that session. No. Aston Martin were higher than Cadillac in that session. In between in that session. And then higher in that session. I think it's going to be strong. Which team was at the fastest pit stop of the race? Who was last week? Fry secured the third fastest pit stop award of the season at Spa. Let's go McLaren this week. Will the safety car VSC be required during the Grand Prix? Recent Grand Prix have run without a safety car. Is that streak about to end? Let's go yes. Fuck it. Which of these teams will score the most points? Racing Bulls. Where does Lewis Hamilton finish? Let's go podium. Fuck it. Who will... but then that's more likely to happen. Maybe I contradict myself on the podium. 4th to 10th is more likely. Let's go podium. Who was at the fastest lap time of the race? Let's go Lando. I don't know, I just feel Lando this weekend, man. I feel Lando. Will we see a new Hungarian Grand Prix winner? Let's go no. Yeah, this is very heavy on Lando, but... It's very heavy on Lando, but oh well. That's my predictions. I could be completely wrong with Lando, but I don't know, I feel good about Lando. I feel good about Lando. Talk about overreacting to FP3. But I'm not overreacting to FP3. I don't know. Maybe I am overreacted to FP3. Maybe because I didn't watch FP1 and 2. Am I tripping, guys? Am I tripping on Lando? Or have I got a good feeling? I don't know. Lando wasn't there in FP1. But he didn't get a runtime in. Lando was there, but not close enough in FP2. And then he was there in FP3. I don't know. The whole of FP3 is quicker. It wasn't just the last lap. The whole of FP3. I don't know. I just feel good about Lando this week. Lando bought an FP1, yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the new battery is going to serve him well. I don't know. Maybe I am overreacting to FP3, but I just feel like Mercedes still have some issues. It just looks like Lando's locked. Trying to use you better in practice and qualifying. I mean, maybe Ferrari's the safer pick this weekend. And I still feel good about that. No, I'm still happy with this because I still think Lando's going to do well, and I've got these two here to cover my ass. Lando and engine issues. Discord teams. What do we got? Osama's wheelie bin. Okay. Why is Bottas in your team, bro? How the fuck are you affording Kimi and Charles? How have you got that much money, bro? Grow up. Telling lies. What's up, Antio? How's it going? Telling lies. Claire Bordello, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Ferrari, McLaren. I like this team, but I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I still can't afford that. How the fuck are you guys affording this shit? What? Are you kidding me, Farm Alarm? How am I 6 mil point behind you? How am I 6 mil behind you? Mercedes do look nowhere this weekend, to be fair. Yeah, it's -10. I got 20 minutes left too. Yeah, this goes to show how good this season is that we can't even tell who the fuck's gonna do well. Because you're opting for Racing Bulls. Yeah, maybe driver is better than the two teams this week. Out of curiosity, what if I kept this? Swapped out that for that. And then went. Yo, Loki is kind of banging. Fuck, I'm 3.3 off. Yeah, but I'm taking -10, bro. That's kind of a fire team, though. 3 big drivers and Ferrari. How much money do you have? Not a lot. Sup to quid up. How's it going? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you could go Lando and then the Ferraris cook. You could go Mercedes and then Lando cooks. And like, I don't know. You had me doing it too, so I figured I needed to know what I was singing. Fair, fair. Even then, maybe this is a better week to have used the... Oh, it's so hard, bro. I don't think I'm going to go with this team. I think I'm going to go back to the team I had, which was putting Ferrari in. If only I could afford Liam, bro. Drivers don't really get that much money. Points. I think it's more constructors. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with this. Mercedes will turn it up in quali in the race. Ferrari should be good. I think Antonelli's just the... Wait. Antonelli or Lando? Okay, am I tripping and thinking Antonelli's the safer pick here? Like, Antonelli will probably finish top 3, regardless of how good Ferrari or Lando is. Whereas Lando will either win or finish offside the podium. Whereas Ferrari will either win or finish outside the podium. I feel like Antonelli might not win, but he's the safer pick. But I'll keep my F1 predict the same. I think this is safer. I'm gonna go with this. Oh, I can afford Liam now. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, I think this feels safer. I'm gonna lock this in. I'm locking that in as my team. I think Lando's a bit more riskier. I think Lando, you might be able to go for like the driver of the day pick and like a good result, but I think this is the safer pick. But then coming back to my predict, do I still feel this? I'll keep it like that. I'll keep Lando as pole. Yeah. I'm just doing that because it's a lot of points. Lewis podium, fuck it. Fuck it. There's no point putting Kimi. And that could be Kimmy, but more chance of Lewis and Lando. I'll keep it like that. Fuck it. Alright, predictions done. Predictions done. Alright, we never scroll through Discord of all the news and stuff. Let's go back. When was the what was the last thing we looked at? I've still got a bunch of stuff I need to look at from fucking a few weeks ago as well. What would have been the last stream? It would have been 20th. I smoke a bit and make a hit to do that disco shit. Bruh. Hello? System and the music make me high. What was the last thing I looked at? It makes me high. I think I looked at this. Did I look at all this? Yeah. Yeah, we looked at all this. Yeah. Okay. We're up to the 21st. Music makes me high. Dancing to that disco shit. Yeah, I think it was up to around here. I looked at all this stuff already from what I remember. Yeah. Shout out to Stay Humble, bros. Alright, we're up to around here. Leonard's command to share a hug before departing. I haven't looked at that. Alright, guys, I'm gonna quickly go poo-poo. No, I'm not gonna go poo. I need to just go toilet. We're gonna scroll through Discord and look at stuff. Actually, no, we'll scroll through Discord now, and then I'll go break just before F2. Okay, Lando and Kimmy sharing a hug before departing Spa. Cute. Has he got a Louis V bag? A serious critique of the current Formula 1 broadcast is necessary. For some reason, they only focus on the drivers at the front, completely ignoring everything else. Here are a few examples from yesterday. First VSC showed the leaders instead of the cause. Second VSC showed the leaders instead of the cause. Colin Pitto's double overtake showed the leaders. Racing Bulls battle showed the leaders. 100%. They need to improve on that, man. Lewis Hamilton, I was in the position where George obviously looked like he lost power, and then he swooped around the outside and just had a small coming together. I will text George later on. The last thing I want to do is come together with your teammate. Who is the driver of the week? Is that their age? That kid's older than Kimmy? That's crazy. Emotional first win since Father Kyle's passing. Oh, it's Bush's son. Came out to Joey Logano. And then NASCAR Craftsmanship Series. So Hungary this weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight modes. God damn. After just 10 races, Lewis Hamilton has already scored more points than he did all of last season. Crazy. On Belgium GP weekend, George did not even finish that night, says Carmen. A serious critique of the current Formula 1 broadcast. We saw that. We watched that on stream on Monday. Shout out the Sidemen video. Such a shame they had the same person in there as well. Bold Joey Logano. Looks like a cartoon character. I enjoyed both your prediction of Fantasy League. Let's go. Let's go. Did you watch the Lando Cyber vid? Yes, we watched it on stream on Monday. Lewis Hamilton, Hungary 21. The only time in history we only had one car on a standing start. Martin Brundle expresses his sadness at the current state of Formula 1. I've got a bit of a tear in my eye because we've lost all the great corners at Silverstone. Guys, we need a gigantic round of applause for Martin Brundle, for Lando Norris, and for George Russell. They are prime examples. They are prime examples of absolute hypocrites. Lando, at the start of the season, we're millionaire drivers. We fly around the world. We shouldn't complain about the new regs. We should enjoy them. Womp, womp. Starts complaining about the regs once he starts having issues. George Russell, I'm really happy with these regs. I'm happy with my car. I feel comfortable. Starts complaining. once his battery sucks. Martin Brundle. If Max Verstappen doesn't like F1, he should get the fuck out and stop complaining. Martin Brundle. I've got a tear in my eye because we've lost all the best parts at Spa. Womp womp. I understand having an opinion, right? And I don't mind if you like the regs. I don't mind if George Russell liked the regs and then changed his opinion, which is like George Russell's probably the least out of this one. But Lando and Martin attacking Max's opinion and then flipping your opinion. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. Say your opinion, right? But shitting on Max, shitting on people for their opinion, and then changing your opinion, you just look like an egg. I'm sorry, you just look like an egg. Yeah. F1 TV muted this, but George was actually so fucking mad. I'm out. What the fuck happened with on the straight? I had no fucking battery on the straight, guys. Unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable this whole weekend. Yeah. Do you think Max is going to McLaren in the future? No. Didn't Lando say he was rage baiting in the beginning? No. No. What happened was Lando said that in an interview, and then he got absolutely flamed online. Absolutely fucking flamed. And then he showed up to the press conference the next day and said, I was just rage baiting, guys. He wasn't rage baiting. He just used that as an excuse to get away from the hate. Didn't Lando say some shit about how he was joking? I mean, if he was joking, he's an idiot as well. Didn't Lando say he was rage baiting? Do you think Max is going to wait all that? How's this video doing? Is that an AI photo? That better not be an AI photo, bro.
F1 world champion.
3.9 mil views. What are the comments? Surely they're roasting DeVries. Pretend to be Carlos Sainz when Lando's one guessing the diabolical. Carlos Sainz carried the video. All the comments being about Carlos, bro. Carlos. A business consortium reportedly made a $3 billion offer to buy racing bulls from Red Bull. However, Red Bull understood and rejected the approach. Damn. The Claire Passenger Princess out on Wednesday, which is out now. I do want to watch this video. Shout out F1 for bringing Amelia de Boldenberg back for another year for her series. Love to see it. Love to see it. I think that's great for the sport. Salim Hanna returns to the grid for AIX for Budapest this weekend. Huh? Why? Bro, why you hate Lando? Great video, you need to watch it. What, the Cyber vid? Oh, the Charles video, I need to watch it. I feel like their bands would be really good with each other, to be honest. Monza 1950 to 2025, 2026 Monza. Welcome to the Temple of Speed. Welcome to the Temple of Batteries. Why does that look like an AI thumbnail, bro? What is that photo? Verstappen warns 2026 regulations will ruin F1. He called it way back, man. We'll watch that video in a sec. What else we got? The damage to Hamilton's car after the first lap incident with Russell. Oh, sorry, he lost a bit of his floor. Or bargeboard, I should say. Oh. Ferrari's Macarena Wing 2.0 is ready for this weekend. If the team deems so, this improvement should provide more efficiency and more downforce. Italy National Anthem. So far this season, the Italian National Anthem has been played a total of 8 times across 6 of Antonio's win and 2 of Ferrari's. This hasn't happened in the first 10 races for over 20 years since it was played in every single one of the first 10 races. Bortoletto to Aston Martin. If Fernando Alonso decided to hang up his gloves, he has chosen Gabriel Bortoletto as his successor. The 21-year-old Brazilian has shown he can lead F1 team, with Binotto describing both him and Hulkenberg as first-choice drivers. Would you want to leave Audi to Aston? 8 years ago today, championship leader Sebastian Vettel qualified on pole for his home GP, while his title rival Lewis Hamilton would have started P14. This was looking perfect for Seb and Ferrari. I generally hate this man so much, but he's so funny. Toto Washlet. Fucking Christian, bro. Wilbot 1.
I'm out. What the fuck happened with the sock down the straight? And no backing battery down the straight. Guys, unacceptable. I'm out. What the fuck happened with the sock down the straight? And no backing battery down the straight. Guys,
thanks to
unacceptable. I'm out. What the fuck happened with the sock down the straight? And no backing battery down the straight.
Shout out Will, though. Will's a friend of mine. F2 driver Rafael Cabarra is expected to become a reserve driver for Haas in 2027. This leaves Yuki and Fornaroli as leading contenders to potentially replace Ocon. Wouldn't that just mean he becomes the reserve driver and then gets their spot? I'm confused. That video was so funny. Yeah. Max Verstappen and George Russell's better reach the spot. I mean, welcome to F1 26. What the hell? Aramco power rankings. I don't remember what happened in Belgium now, but Antonelli P1, Leclerc P2, Bortoleto P3, Talbot Max, and then Lindblad, Hadger, Norris, Colapinto, Hamilton, Piastri, Gasly, Lawson, Hulkenberg. Okay, I don't remember. F1 power rankings after Belgium. So Antonelli, Hamilton, Verstappen, Gasly, Russell, Lindblad, Lord. How is Lindblad higher ranked than Liam? And how are they not ahead of Gasly? I guess because Gasly popped off at the start of the season. Leclerc, Norris, Colapinto. Okay. So yeah, we had Paul Aaron in the seat. Oh yes, Arvid Lindblad with the soft launch. He posted 2 pictures with a girl on Insta. But more people are questioning, what is he doing here, bruh? Now, we need to know, is that hoodie some stylish fucking hoodie that has the hole for the watch? Or did he cut that himself? Many questions to be asked. I'm 90% sure this is Fisher. I could be wrong. Or maybe this was Silverstone. I don't know. Maybe it is Silverstone. I don't know. Maybe he went undercover. Either way, his new girlfriend. I will say, though, obviously people love trying to dissect the wags and stuff like that. People reckon this girl is something Lau, I think her name is. But I don't think it is. If you look at what she looks like versus what she looks like here in the other photo, I don't think it's her, but maybe it is. Maybe it is, but we'll have to wait and see. Was she in the paddock this weekend, maybe? How old is Arvid? I think he's 18, right? He's 18. Wait, did she come in the paddock? No, I would have seen that by now, right? Quickly, let's have a look at Kim Illman. Oh, we got 5 minutes to F2 starts. Okay, guys, 5 minutes to F2 starts. YouTube, I'm going to end the stream there. We're going to be watching F2 in a second. So come join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ponden. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe down below. Be sure to like the stream. I will see you guys later on today for quali. Bye-bye.